good evening, and welcome back to a generic news channel. As you might see around us, we don't have a proper studio anymore. Actually, we don't even have a studio. But that is because of budget cuts, and not because we couldn't afford one. We're actually doing a sketch. We're not actually journalists, so don't think anything like that. We also don't have a bathroom, as you can probably see from to the side. But even that's fine, because we'll manage somehow. Oh, piss off. And I am some sort of a reporter, a generic reporter, and nobody knows my name. Why? Because I've not accomplished anything of value in my life, and that is also not going to change. And with me is another top-notch journalist, a senior journalist, who people know because of his brilliant reporting skills and his ability to question the powers that be, ask them the tough questions, and make sure that they don't get away without any accountability. I'm joking. He's only famous because he screams like a sheep stuck on a treadmill during a bout of exercise. But that's what it is. That's what we've come to nowadays. And compared to the other stuff that's going on, I think we're pretty top-notch. And that's saying a lot. Hello, sir. How are you?
Where is our table, by the way?
I'll tell you where our table is. Our table broke because you, like an excited moron, kept jumping on top of it every time somebody called you an idiot.
मुझे टेबल दो, मुझे टेबल चाहिए, टेबल. चेयर चाहिए मुझे, कुर्सी चाहिए, सत्ता में भी.
राज्यसभा की सीट जब तक नहीं मिलेगी, you won't shut up, right?
You mean the president?
I mean what I said.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Okay, but can you just tell people who you are before you keep screaming like a fool?
Hello, my name is Pornub Gomutraswami. I am the top journalist in India right now. After that NDTV guy, of course. But, as J. Sai Deepak said, he won't be in India soon. He did not say that. I mixed up the names. But everybody else is saying that. So, I will be number one again. Because I have started becoming irrelevant after 2020. Ever since Riya Chakrabarti joined Roadies, I have nothing to do except dick riding.
You said you're number one, but from the way you look and from the way you behave, I'm sure a lot of people would prefer it if you were number two, because that suits your personality.
I am number one because I cannot go number one right now, because there are so many budget cuts. But I can never be number two. You know why?
No.
Neither do I.
That's fine. Okay, so why don't we move on? Otherwise, if I let you have your monologue, you will hog primetime news and distract the people once again, as you always do. So why don't we start with a few news headlines from this week and see what our experts, and by experts I mean the both of us, which are not experts at all.
People say that I interrupt a lot. So why don't you start with the first headline, and I will not interrupt. Because I am the nicest guy as per my wife.
That's not what she told me.
Damn.
Alright, so headline number one. Environmentalist and Yamuna activist Manoj Kumar Mishra died on Sunday afternoon after a long battle with COVID-19. Can you wait? His contributions to the Yamuna came from 2007 onwards, where he founded the Yamuna GA Abhiyan, a movement aimed at rejuvenating the river. Now, this Mishra filed multiple petitions with the National Green Tribunal.
National Green Tribunal is full of scamsters. The worst people. They have banned cars, petrol cars for 10 years. They say that they will not be on the roads. After 15 years, diesel car will be not on the road. How will the BJP MPs drive their Scorpios now? Tell me. The nation wants to know. Tell me.
The Anti-National Green Tribunal, with a 2015 judgment titled Mele Se Nirmal Yamuna Revitalization Project 2017 being the most notable, in which they asked for timelines to be fixed to clean up the river and demanded action from both the state and the center. They demanded action from the center. How dare he? It's okay. You're too scared. But I want to tell you, okay, so have you heard of this guy?
Never, ever say that I'm scared.
Oh.
Right now, you know what is happening in Delhi. You have seen that the Yamuna is so clean because you can literally swim in it right now in the parts of North Delhi, even South Delhi. Is that not what Mr. Modi promised? Never ever question my integrity. Never ever question the fear I have inside of me because there is none.
What is integrity?
I will have to ask Mr. Shashi Tharoor.
All right. But I want to just tell you that Manoj Mishra actually didn't die this week. He died in June. And I don't think anybody who's watching must have even known it, because that's how much we care about the river. Why don't I just chuck you in the river? Then we can see how clean it is. How about that?
I think you are being flooded by thoughts right now. Let me take over. Okay. In other news, a groom was thrashed in Bihar during his wedding when the bride's family found out that he was hiding his baldness. Do you know anyone else who's hiding something that people will soon see through and reward them with similar treatment?
So let me just break this down a little. When this guy got married to this girl, he said, I have a nice full head of hair. But during the wedding, what happened was, and I watched this video, it's very funny. He was sitting there and he was moving a little strangely with his hand on his head. And suddenly the bride's family came up to him and realized that he was wearing a wig. He was lying. He had been faking the entire time. He had been misrepresenting himself all the time.
So what? Will the wife not fake her orgasms during the Suhagrat? So what if a man is bald? Have you seen Will Smith? Is he not with his wife every day? Is he not slapping people like Chris Rock? You should support your bald spouses, because male pattern baldness or even alopecia are hereditary. And my dad always used to say, you will also get like me.
I want to know, where did you get your soothing, sweet voice from? Was it from your mother or your father or from a dog?
No, it was all the deep throating I do for you know who. That's how I get that shrill, sexy voice.
Yeah, which everyone loves and everyone respects you. It's not only an illusion and bubble you're living in, and later on when powers change, you'll be thrashed on the street. I'm sure that won't happen. Moving on to the next headline. Oppositions and the ruling party are both meeting. The NDA and the UPA are forming their alliances. They're meeting with each other, and secret pacts and groups are being formed for the 2024 elections. If I ask you who will win, I don't think there's any point. But can you give me a neutral perspective? Is this good for democracy? The UPA is getting strong. The NDA is also strong. So it'll be a fun competition. What do you say?
Yes, it is very good for democracy, because that's what I call my dog. And if this happens, democracy will get a lot of food and she'll be able to lick things better because she has learned from her master. And that is why, in my neutral perspective, this is the best a man can get.
Oh, wait. What is democracy?
I just told you. It's my dog. Definitely not me.
Okay. So let's see what happens in 2024. And we'll be here giving you unbiased coverage, of course, because that's what news channels now do. And we will be reporting equally on what the UPA does compared to what the NDA does. And we will not be distracting you with hate speech and religious propaganda and other crap like that. Because a news channel is only about one thing. What is that one thing?
Drugs. Mujhe drugs do, mujhe drugs do, mujhe charas do, mujhe ganja do, mujhe Sushant Singh Rajput ka.
Take a deep breath and move on to the next headline, please.
Another cheetah has died at Kuno National Park.
Okay. So at least this you can give a critical perspective about. This is bad, right? 8 cheetahs have died.
I only know one cheetah. That's my wife. She's a big cheetah. Because our relationship is not monogamous. And if this cheetah has died at Kuno National Park, I wonder who knows about it.
But actually, this headline wasn't supposed to be here this week. It was supposed to be for the next week, or the week after that, 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 or the week after that. And then there would be only dogs and asses left in Kuno. So that means you've been there a few times, right?
Definitely.
But do you want to say, let's say the environment minister or somebody who's in charge, who should be held accountable? Be neutral. Come on, doggy. Come on.
Mr. MC Mehta should be held accountable because he's in charge of all the environment. 1 like is equal to 1 cheetah saved. So please, Mr. Mehta, take some responsibility and let the cheetahs live. Please.
Yeah, that's good. Because that was what I was trying to get at. As news anchors, this is how critical we can be. And that's all we're allowed to be as well. But now it's time to move ahead. Because we have expectations to live up to.
Whose?
The government's, of course. And also the expectations of our sponsor. So today's episode is sponsored by a company that is transcending the boundaries of technology. Like Neil Armstrong on the moon and those two guys who climbed Mount Everest in 1953. I don't know the names.
I don't care about the first person who climbed the Everest. But the second person was neither straight nor gay.
Okay. But I'll let you tell you about this app. This app is called No Money Left. And it is truly, truly something revolutionary. No Money Left is a really, really power-packed offering. And I'll tell you why. It is a crypto, gaming, day trading, sports betting, online, gutka delivery, fart sound generator, and escort service app all in one. It also generates dog barks, so you can give your vocal
Woof,
cords a
woof.
rest for a while.
Who let the dogs out? Woof, woof.
Get back in the kennel. And with this app, you now have all the trendy services in one place at one click. It allows you to ignore your friends and family even more and fall deeper into the hole of useless technology that's sold to naive youngsters in the name of progress, community, and skill building. What's more, you can also use this app for many, many other things, such as okay, never mind. This app, No Money Left, has just been banned. And I am now required by law to tell you that this app was anti-national, useless, and a spreader of communist propaganda. Never mind though, actually. They've already sent us a black money. I mean, regular money through completely legitimate sources. Actually, screw them. I would never install this app anyway. What do you uninstall? Okay.
No Money Left is this app named after the people in Dharavi.
Dharavi, you mean the multi-story luxurious apartment complex that's going to be developed there by a certain friend of the government?
No, that is in Bangalore, the White House, by my really dear close friend, Vijay Bhagya. And I miss him so much.
And now that we've discussed the most important news headlines of the week, it's time to move on to something little different but still similar. These are the news headlines that did not make it to the mainstream media. Or in other words, news headlines that make you want to become a suicide bomber. Sometimes. Sonakshi Sinha recently said, I don't see myself doing a Patal Lok, Sacred Games or Mirzapur. Who the does? Said both the producers and the director and the audience and everyone else who lives and breathes and knows who she is. Father Shatrughan Sinha responded with absolute anger to this statement, saying, that's my daughter you're talking about. But yes, you're absolutely right.
It was recently revealed that in 1996, Shah Rukh Khan gifted a laptop to Amir Khan. But Amir Khan didn't use it for 5 years because he said, वो on ही नहीं हुआ. Just like Shah Rukh Khan's acting switch after My Name is Khan.
Okay, क्यों नहीं होना? और होना चाहिए था? क्या हुआ?
Kiran, तेरी माँ की.
On the day of the Maharashtra cabinet reshuffle, youth leader and inspiration to millions and millions of turncoats, Ajit Pawar visited his uncle Sharad and gifted him a new car policy. He then took it and gave it to him and said, Uncle Ji, you need this. It's the only NCP you're ever going to get now.
Surprise birthday trip to Manali turns into a nightmare for a Pune couple. Nothing happened. They just went to Manali for a birthday trip. Who does that?
You just did that last year. And your wife wasn't even there. That was the worst part.
But Amit ji was. And that is the best part.
Good enough. And this is one from a resident of Delhi. He said, I'd like to take a moment to appreciate the wonderful work the government is doing. We're reclaiming our identity as Indians. Our stature abroad is growing every day. And various sections of the society are being put in their place through completely legal means. And I honestly hope that this continues for a long time to come. Oh, by the way, my entire house is flooded. I have removed the engine of my car and I'm now using it as a small boat. Also, my son has been happily unemployed for 4 years and has now started to explore alternate career options as a stone pelter and an unemployed troll on Twitter.
Elon Musk calls Mark Zuckerberg a cuck on Twitter. That's it. That's the news. There's nothing fake about it. But if Elon Musk was smart enough, he could have said Mark Zuckerberg. But unlike the privilege he's had, he's not inherited a brain.
By the way, who wrote this headline for you? Tushar Kapoor. Who's Elon Musk? Okay, that was completely undecided and was not written just for this joke. And after a very eventful news session in our studio without a bathroom, we'd like to end with a very famous quote from the German philosopher and author Friedrich Nietzsche. He said,
किसी को नीचा मत दिखाओ भाई, अपनी कश्ती को ऊपर बढ़ाओ, सबको साथ में लेकर चलोगे, तभी तो तुम आगे बढ़ोगे, ओ मेरी जान.
That was something he said right before he died. And people say that this was one of the reasons he died so early at the age of around 50, 55. How old are you?
Old enough to contest for the presidency.
Time is running out for some people. But the real quote is this. My time is not yet. The day after tomorrow belongs to me. And the day after that belongs to whoever pays me enough money and becomes my daddy. I'll do whatever they want.
With this, we come to an end of today's segment. We always like to keep it fresh. Just like Sridevi was when Boni Kapoor walked in on her in the bathroom.
But actually, yeah, that was good. That's true. But did you also know that this is a fact that before their death, Sridevi was going to move into a house right next to the British Prime Minister? You know, this is a fact. So then her address would have been 9 Downing Street. It's something that many people may not have known.
Very good, Sherlock Holmes. I only want Baker Street because Ria and Sushant were baked most of the time.
Okay, so let's go fast. We need to get out a couple of arrest hashtags and get some nonsense going on the ticker, which nobody will read, but we still get some people to sponsor us because that's what shit is now. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching or listening or not listening. Doesn't matter. We're getting our fat salaries anyway. We don't care whether you live or die. We do? We don't, right?
Can I go and pee now?
Yes, you can go. Otherwise, you're in deep trouble. Bye.
I just might do it in the Air India flight because the passengers there usually are into golden showers. I hope I don't run into Kunal Kamra, or else I'll have to be on the receiving end of a golden shower.
I hope that doesn't happen.
I hope it does.
Bye bye.